this?
It's the mortality, I think. Morbidity is
No.
disability.
For morbidness.
Business.
Morbidness.
Okay, let me check whether we are on the same road or not. Morbidity.
Morbidity is related to disability.
Or morbid.
So yeah, Farzad is right. It is the condition of being diseased.
That's
or
right.
the rate of disease in a population is called morbidity. So what do you mean by that here, Erica?
Because the people, for example, exists a kind of newspaper, for example, where you can find a lot of the last crime, the last accident, when the people want to see the pictures, want to know what is happened. That is when the people saw an analysis with morbid.
No, listen, do you agree that most people have got some inclination toward or some tendency toward the bad things?
This part is for habits, behavior, and culture.
In all cultures, I mean, most human beings are more inclined towards bad things rather than good things.
Excuse me, Sam, maybe most people in their own want be inside of this criminal, but they are not brave enough to do this.
Yeah.
So they are interested to this criminal, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe they want do something in their dream, but they are not brave enough to do this.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's true. You would like to be someone like that, but maybe you're not brave enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But I think another reason is human have a desire to break the rules, break the rule of the society. We want to break. There is two power. One is follow the rule. Another is break the rule. I think it is a power to develop a human society, human history.
Yeah, I agree with that. So which one do you think is more powerful? To follow the rules or to break the rules?
I think break the rule is more powerful than follow the rule.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so the third question is, why do many young people think it's cool to be bad? You know, as I told you, there's a culture that if you tell them that, for example, you're doing good things or you're living a normal life, it doesn't interest them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a study that shows a rational relationship between unemployment rate and the increase the criminals and crime also in the young people. For example, young people who don't have any job, any income, tend to doing criminals and crime also.
Very good.
And for my opinion, do the bad things, they need more confidence for young people, and they will get more focus on themselves by the society. They need more attention from others.
Oh, yeah, you can attract others' attention.
Yeah, attract.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think being good, being a good person, it needs to just you know, a person just have to control themselves to be good in different themselves, the people, but being bad, yeah, maybe it's
easier.
more easier than being good. Yeah.
But Mendelssohn says that being bad needs more confidence.
I don't think so.
I think
I
to be
think
bad.
if you are a self-confident person, you have to control yourself, and it needs self-confidence to be good in different way.
Even look at the higher schools and you know, different kinds of schools. Those bullies have got more followers and have got are more
right.
interesting for the other kids than you know, a goody student who is just studying and getting good marks. They don't like them, or
Yeah,
they call
maybe
them geeks.
maybe they are boring.
Maybe they are boring, yeah. But why
Yeah,
are they considered boring? You know, they are good people, but they're considered boring.
yeah, it's a question.
Can we conclude that human beings have got a tendency toward bad things rather than good things?
Maybe it's, you know, it's a
That's human
fight.
nature, maybe.
It's a fight between goodness and bad. I think badness, something
Good and
like,
evil.
yeah, evil. Yeah, yeah. It's a fight
Yeah,
all the
there
time
has
between
always
them.
been. There has
Yeah,
always been, you
yeah,
know, uh,
And this,
kind of.
I think it's connected with the psychological situation of the person,
Mhm.
because you don't know which kind of traumas this person has, and also how to develop her, his or her esteem.
Mhm.
but referring, I think, this question to the cool of the young people is not the high limitation of the badness, meaning the killing another people or murder. It's just refer to the how you may be funny for another people. For example, as you mentioned, as the bullying and something like this, that you can in this world, in the media, you have the much more follower against the people that have uh, anybody in the as the rule, without any bad situation, any bad behavior. These children must be very cool when you compare to the another uh, children that they say that the positive, meaning the considering any rule for every time based on the school and the parents rule for them.
Yeah, maybe that might be another point. Any other opinions? No? Okay.
Um, I think some young people in the like a high school teenager in the special period in psychology called reverse. Sometimes they know something is no good, but they in the reverse. They want to do the better thing and maybe attract other person's attention.
Yeah, they will just create some kind of fame or respect for themselves in their own community and among their classmates or you know, uh, the other uh, people. but the problem is that they have got a they're actually a bad role model for others.
Yeah.
You know, those bullies, those naughty guys in the at a school have got lots of followers. The girls are more interested in them.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and but for example, if you're a good guy or you're a good girl at a school, it's not attractive to anyone.
Yeah. You're bad. Usually, bad boy can attract a lot of girls' attention.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the same thing about bad girls. You know, the bad girls also
Oh,
attract
yes.
boys' attention more than good girls. If a good girl is just studying and quite studious and serious in her studies, it is not quite attractive to boys. So let's go to our topic, glorifying criminals. Let's see what the reading tells us about the reason. How did bad become cool? Okay,
Could you please mute all, Sam?
sure, I will do that. Just in a minute. I will mute everyone first, and then we start the reading.
Glorifying criminals. How did bad become cool? Does the face of a criminal belong on the glossy cover of a magazine? According to opinion polls, many people disagree with the glorification of criminals. The truth is that crime sells. When young, attractive, or famous people commit crimes, the media cashes in. The media also makes money when criminals outsmart law enforcement. Who doesn't love a good chase? How far is the media willing to go to shine a spotlight on a criminal? In 2013, Rolling Stone magazine put an accused terrorist on the cover of its magazine. Many businesses refused to sell the issue. In fact, a hashtag telling people to boycott the magazine began trending on Twitter. What effect did this negative publicity have on sales? Back in 1970, cult leader Charles Manson made the cover of Rolling Stone. The interviewer won an important award for the piece. It also helped Charles Manson get more fan mail. After the Colorado theater shooting in 2012, a brother of one of the victims made a special request to the president. He asked President Obama not to name the shooter when he addressed the nation about the tragedy. He wanted the victims to be remembered rather than the shooter. This didn't stop the media from repeatedly comparing the killer to a comic book character. Criminals who are nicknamed by the media often become household names. Who can forget names like Scarface, the Black Widow, or Son of Sam? These are the criminals that inspire copycats. Fortunately, they are also the criminals who are most likely to get caught. Young people often brag about living in dangerous areas. They think it's cool to have friends or relatives in gangs. How did criminal behavior become so cruel? Is the media or the entertainment industry to blame? Al Capone was a notorious American gangster in the Prohibition era. Movies, television shows, and books have been written about him. Criminals like Capone often profit from their crimes. Would you buy a book written by a serial killer?
Would you buy a book written by a serial killer?
No.
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Why not?
I see a film like a serial father.
Pardon?
I see some film. I go to the movie, see some movie about a serial killer.
Yeah. Okay. So, what does the article tell us about how did bad become cool? What is the reason?
I think it means that why would be bad increase in our society, or intensity to be bad increase in our society? It means.
maybe